Hey folks, you're watching Archetype of Man. I'm Nick. I'm out at the Pickens County Sportsman's Club doing some shooting and things like that. But I wanted to show you a flashlight that Brinyte sent to me. They have sent me a light before. I'm actually still reviewing it for its long-term review. It is on my Model X. It is their dual-headed weapons light, and it's been pretty cool. There'll be a link to that video floating up there somewhere and in the description. But what they sent me this time is a handheld light. Now you guys know I like handheld lights. I tell pretty much everybody that you should always have one on you. Yes, keeping one on your gun, that's cool, whatnot, but you should always have a handheld light. So handhelds are great. They're great to have around. If you live in rural America like I do, the power can go out at any given time with any kind of storm. It's breezy. Power might be out at the house right now for all I know. So having a good flashlight is just a smart thing to do. So the one they sent me is their PT16. Now this is a tactical light. You do have a crenellated bezel up top. You have a ring here so that you could hold it like so and activate it via the rear. It has a designated strobe button. If the light's gonna have strobe, I don't necessarily have a problem with it having a designated button for strobe. Makes it a little bit harder to hit that accidentally if you familiarize yourself with the light. It also has a standby battery life indicator that is fairly dim, and that is on the side switch where you have access to a variety of lighting modes. So that is cool. It lights up very, very dimly and doesn't really use much battery. And aside from letting you know the status of your battery at a glance, it's just bright enough in a dark room that you can put your hand on your light fairly easily. So let's go over some specs. The light comes in a cardboard box, straightforward to the point. Inside of there, the battery was in its own little box here. And this one is a 21700 battery for those that know. It came in the box and out of the light. You get a user's manual, you get a lanyard to go on the light if you choose to use that. And best part for me and other Android users, it is Type-C charging. Well, I guess Apple as well now is also going to that. So Type-C is cool. I like when stuff uses the same cord, makes life convenient. Technical specifications. So on turbo mode, it is claiming 8,000 lumens. And it does have the step down stuff that we frequently see on some of these lights that are really high output. 2,000 lumens in turbo mode, and it will run that for 2 minutes at a time before it steps down to high, which is 820 lumens, and it will run there for 200 minutes on a full charge. Mid is 130 lumens. It'll run there for 1,200 minutes. Low is 10 lumens, and it claims 16,800 minutes. Strobe is at 1600 lumens. Doesn't give you a time that it can run on that, and it will also flash an SOS pattern is one of the things you can do, and that's at 300 lumens. It is claiming 600 plus meters of throw or beam distance, maximum candela of 92,500. It's not insignificant claims there. Impact resistance, it's rated for 1 meter, and IP68 water resistance level. Working voltage is 2.8 to 60 volts. And net weight on this is 5.36 ounces, excluding battery. This is not what I would consider an everyday carry light. This is a bit large to shove in your pocket. This would make an excellent pack light or something to keep, what I've been using it for is just as a nightstand light. Out in the woods, dogs go nuts or I hear something. I have noticed that this is a very, very versatile tool outdoors. I like that you don't have to fool with the side switch. You have 2 switches on the back. We'll give you a close-up on this in a second. But it has been performing pretty darn well so far. Now, I haven't thrown it on the ground and abused it and stuff like that, but it's taken a couple spills. It seems to be holding up just fine. But we'll go ahead and give you a close-up. This is a pretty neat light. So here you go. Pretty solid construction. It's definitely pretty cool. So the ring is actually a really neat deal because you can hold it like so. And you can actually get to both buttons. So you get the strobe and then your turbo, which you can run as a momentary or on, and then your strobe is cool. Strobe is just momentary. Up here you have your side button. So you got different brightness levels here. You can go up. There's your turbo. Actually, I can feel the the warmth all the way out to there. So that's going to get hot. There's your low, which is perfect. I mean, we're in daylight, and I'm going to show you guys at night too. This would be perfectly suitable for just administrative stuff, most stuff like walking around. There's your medium, there's your high, your turbo. So I like that you can tailor that, and then you just press and hold to turn it off, and there you go. Like I said, it has a pocket clip. I'm not sure how much anybody's going to carry a light this large. Tail cap unscrews. I'll let you guys see that 21700 battery. Big boy, 5000 milliamp hour battery. I think as long as your amperage is right and it's a high discharge battery, you might be able to use other 21700s, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to keep using the battery that came with it. So that goes back in there. The tail cap goes on. Threading's really nice and smooth. Just the quality of machining, it seems well done. So you get that back on there. And then your charging port is over here. There you go, Type C. Super convenient for most of us. Just a really cool light. And like I said, that little center thing will light up after it sits for a while. And it's real dim. And it just lets you know your battery status. So I've just seen it green. I haven't really run it down too far yet. So I think that's cool. Enjoy the nighttime footage. So we're out here at night now. There's your strobe. Figured I'd show you. I don't know. Yeah, well, the camera's having a hard time with it. Turbo also off the tail switch. Very bright, as you can see. Very bright. Now, if we come down here to the side switch, we'll cycle back through. There's your low. Like I said, perfectly adequate for 99% of flashlight tasks that you would need to do. There's your medium. Again, pretty adequate. There's your high. Definitely adequate. It's like a laser beam out here. It's not particularly humid or anything. It's actually kind of cool and brisk, and it just goes. And then there's your turbo. So you guys can see why I have made this kind of my grab light for whatever's going on, because I can absolutely reach out and look at stuff, spot coyotes if I need to, and then take action if I need to. Just a great little tool to have, but very bright. Reach up in the trees, check all that good stuff. Yeah. So at this point, folks, I think this is a good to go light. Like I said, it's a bit large for my taste for everyday carry, but I think as a nightstand light, I think it's good to go. I think as a truck light, I think for outdoor activities, just a good general purpose light. As far as its utility as a defensive light, some sort of impact weapon, I don't know. I don't really look at flashlights in that way. That doesn't really seem like something I would be doing with my light unless it was just sheer desperation. Would the crenellated bezel help me as opposed to something like my Streamlight wedge? I don't know. Hope I never have to find out. I'd much rather count on something like OC for that. But this is a really cool light. It's got enough knurling and texture on the grip. I don't feel like it's going anywhere. You add that in with that ring. Don't think it's going anywhere. The ability to run it with that ring, I think is cool. If you had to, you could adopt the Harry's technique with it to some success, or you could just have a weapons light for that sort of thing. But it's there, and I really do think it's cool. In the description, there will be a link. I will let you guys know it is an affiliate link, so if you order using that link, it does help out the channel. Don't say that to influence your decision on the light, but it's there. I do like them. They are cool. The price point's not bad on these either. Price is not bad at all in my opinion for what you get. It's hovering right around like 65 bucks. I've seen it a little bit lower. I've seen it a little bit higher. $65 gets you a pretty solidly built light. Pretty powerful light as well, as you guys could tell from the nighttime footage. That has a variety of functions that you can use, a very wide flexibility of brightness levels and things like that. A lot of features. I will say that as far as Brinyte's durability goes, the weapons light that I have, I think it was the XP22 Scorpion, dual-headed design, very unconventional. It took a tumble while on my rifle and landed directly on the light, and it seems to be fine. So far, durability is pretty good. Like I said, I don't abuse my stuff. I don't sit here and throw it. Enough stuff, if you do enough things to stuff, they will eventually break. I've seen nothing at this time, either with this light or the other light that they have sent me, that would lead me to doubt their durability. So I think for the money, very good light here. I'm enjoying using it. Brinyte, you did a good job. Thank you for sending this out to me to review. Before we close out, I want to say thank you to my patrons and channel members. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your support. It's never anything that you guys have to do, but it is very much appreciated if you choose to do. There will be links in the description if you're interested in either one of those. I'm trying to get a little bit more active on Patreon. Life has been crazy. I try to put some exclusive stuff over there, a lot of stuff about the homeschooling and family life and guns and more introspective stuff that I'm not necessarily going to show on camera. So guys, stay safe, stay lit, as the kids say, and I'll see you next time.